Hey girls, it's Mrs. Forbes, and today is March 26th. It's Wednesday. We're getting closer to that weekend. I know you can't see Daisy, but she's sniffing around my feet right now. I just ate a cookie, so I'm thinking maybe she was hoping that I dropped some crumbs. Yeah, she just hit my foot. Anywho, well, where is that dog? Daisy, come here. Daisy, where are you? Come here. The girls want to see you. Where are you? No, you gotta come. Hold on, girls. Let me get her. Oh, there you are. Yeah, there you are. There's no food there. All right. Sorry, girls. Let's get down to business. So, what we have here today is a review for Zearn lessons 7 through 9. And it is something that I actually touched upon a little bit the other day. So, I'm going to start with a tape diagram. And I'm going to cut it in half. Now I'm going to decompose this tape diagram. Okay, and remember, when we decompose, we're basically breaking it down. Okay? So I'm going to break it into smaller pieces. I'm breaking each half into two pieces. So I make the pieces smaller. So I took my half and I made the pieces 2 times smaller. And now with my smaller pieces, I have 2 smaller pieces out of 4 smaller pieces. So 1/2 is the same as having 2/4. I can write equivalent fractions either by multiplying or by dividing. So for example, if I decided to take the fraction 2/3, and I'm just going to write an equivalent fraction. Here's a few options. I can take the 2/3, and let's say I'm going to choose to multiply by 2/2, like I did up here. Then I'm going to get the equivalent fraction of 4/6. So 2/3 is equal to 4/6 if I make the pieces smaller. But let's say I want to do a different example. Somebody else might say, well, I'm going to take these 2/3 and I'm going to break them into all of them into 3 smaller pieces. So those pieces are getting even smaller, which is equal to 6/9. So 2/3 is also equal to 6/9. So now I'm going to ask you a few true-false questions. And I'm basically thinking about true or false. Are these fractions equivalent? Is 1/2 equal to 5/8? Well, I know that 2 times 4 is 8. And I know that 1 times 5 is 5. So, no, they're not equal. Now I'm going to go over to my 1/2 and my 3/6. I know that 2 times 3 is 6. And I know that 1 times 3 is 3. So this one is true. So I had one false and I had one true. Another way that we can check if fractions are equal is our shortcut, which remember our shortcut is that butterfly. I did 5 times 2 is 10. 8 times 1 is 8. They are not equal. Over here, 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 1 is 6. These are equal. So those are just two different ways that I can tackle that problem. Sometimes I'm decomposing them into smaller pieces, but I also can compose them, put smaller pieces together to make larger ones. So, for example, I'm going to use that 3/6. Okay, so here I have 3/6. Now, if I look at this, hopefully that looks familiar to you. Okay? I have 3 smaller parts. So what I'm going to do is divide by 3s. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 3/6 is equal to 1/2. Here's my smaller pieces, 1, 2, 3. Here's my one big piece, 1. I can also look at an example like 5/10. So if let me redo that. Let me do my diagram first. Okay, so I've got my 5/10. 3, 4, 5. But if I circle that, I have 5 small pieces that I can put together to make one big piece. So I can divide by 5s and I get 1/2. Here's my one big piece out of 2 big pieces. So 5/10 is equal to 1/2. As you go through lessons 7 through 9 on Zearn, you're going to be doing different examples like this. And you're going to be required to fill in that division or that multiplication. So I will see you tomorrow, ladies.